Ruth and I are just going to take this opportunity at the end of the AGM to introduce the support hub which we've been working on developing over the last 6 months. Listening to what people were saying earlier really reflected our own experiences of commissioning, I think. The specification for the support hub and the voice and influence element of the new service was developed probably 3 years ago now, and things have moved on so much from the specification having been developed to us delivering the service that really we need to be talking to commissioners about how we make changes to the service that we are delivering. So there's a process of review that needs to happen, I think. But this piece of work for Voscur was the biggest piece of work that we have ever undertaken, bidding for and winning this contract. It had a huge effect on the organisation, and it's introduced a completely new way of working for us. So the staff who've worked on this and put all this together over the last 6 months have been absolutely amazing, and I just want to echo the thanks from the board, because without the Voscur team this couldn't have happened. So previously, before this contract, the only direct support that Voscur was able to offer to groups really was funder finder sessions. We did lots of other things. We've done training, we've done networks, we've run special projects that have provided some kind of direct support to groups from time to time. But the contract required us to redesign and introduce new services around 7 outcomes. And these outcomes are funding and financial stability. I'm going to have to read these because I don't know them off by heart yet. Providing better services, managing your organisation better, improving how you manage people, developing your skills, physical resources and environmental impact, and voice and influence. So we've worked on developing and providing some services around each of those outcomes. We've also had to think about the groups that we work with who have to meet certain criteria. These are also specified within the contract. So these criteria are: groups must have an income of less than £50,000 a year, work in deprived neighbourhoods, be equalities-led, be working with children and young people, be working with vulnerable people, be wanting to bid to deliver public services, be new groups meeting an identified need, or be in crisis. So most of our members fit all of those, or most of those criteria, and at the moment it feels like most of them are in crisis, although that's not strictly true. So whilst developing the service over the last 6 months and going through massive organisational change, groups have been coming to us to receive services. So there was no transition period really. So as soon as the contract started, the phone was ringing. So we had to respond to those requests for support, and we did. And Ruth's going to talk a bit about what we've done over the last 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, so since April, really, when the service started taking off, we've been really encouraged by the number of groups that have actually come to us and asked for support in order to improve their services, and have actually been willing to commit themselves to follow through a set of actions in order to ensure that happens. And so since April, we've worked with 120 groups who've come to us for requests for support. We've also done a lot of work in partnership with many different organisations in Bristol. For example, we've worked with the Council, the Compact and Bristol Youth Links to look at how we can influence the commissioning processes and support groups to engage with commissioning. And obviously the discussions that we've had this afternoon shows that there's a big need for that, and more of that work is required. And we are continuing these dialogues with the Council to encourage that process to happen, because obviously as commissioning is rolled out more and more, we need to ensure that the sector and voluntary organisations in Bristol have got a say in how this is happening. We need to follow up some of the comments that were made by the speakers today and the commitments they've made to us. And we've worked with the Legacy Commission, Bristol City Council and the Bristol Race Forum, and we set up a BME Voice and Influence Steering Group, which has been commissioned, which is going to commission a piece of work about how BME groups and individuals influence the decision-making in Bristol. So we've recently just taken on board Skyers Morris, who is a group of consultants from London. They will be carrying out extensive consultation with many groups in the city, and one of the things they're really interested in is talking to what they call hard to hear groups, not hard to reach. So they say groups are not hard to reach, but sometimes they're hard to hear. So they're very keen to talk to as many groups as possible, especially those hard to hear groups, to look at how the future structures will be most relevant and effective for them. We're working in partnership with Volunteer Bristol to deliver the Boost project, the Boost programme, and this is a programme which recruits and matches skilled volunteers to organisations that need specific expertise, and we're really excited about that we can actually match volunteers with skills to organisations that need the expertise from those volunteers. We're working in partnership with the University of Bristol, and a project we're rolling out is Proving Our Value, which is funded by the Big Lottery, and that is going to be looking at measuring the economic impact of the sector in Bristol. Again, it's a very new way of working. Groups sometimes don't think about the economic impact, and this is going to be a great opportunity for them to look at the benefits of what they're actually delivering, what your organisation is delivering in Bristol, the economic impact of that, and measuring and being able to allow commissioners, funders, the central and local government to understand that we've got a big contribution to make to the city. We're in the process of developing referral relationships with other partners and looking at other partnership initiatives to ensure that the service we deliver is extensive to the needs of the groups that we're working with. So in summary, the support hub, which is the service that we are managing under the contract with the council, is designed to help groups improve the quality of their service and their governance. It will be tailored to meet the needs of individual organisations and each group that comes to us, and we can do that because we've got a range of partners who can deliver expertise in areas that maybe the Voscur team doesn't have, so we're going to use our extensive skills and bring on board the partners who have additional skills. And also, so we've got development workers, a range of partners, specialist skills and knowledge that's going to be part of that service for organisations. Ultimately, the support hub is to help improve the organisations and the services that they deliver to their users. Wendy, did you want to say something about the launch event that we're going to be planning?
We just wanted to introduce the support hub today and tell you what we've been doing, but we will have a big launch event in January. Our partners will be involved in that, and we look forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, of course, we have developed a website. So there's 3 elements: training hub, which tells you all about the training and events that are on offer; how to use the support hub, which takes you into how to use it, how to get in contact with us, how to contact a development worker, what support is on offer to you. Up here, who our partners are, about us. Funding hub, up-to-date news on local, national, I was going to say international, but I don't think so, local and national funding, and other funding information. Resources, a range of resources for you to use. And it's in development at the moment. It is live. We've put a lot of time and effort into it, and we'll be adding to it. It's very new, so we hope you use it. Thank you.